Hey y'all, this is K with Punch Out TV. Today I'm gonna be talking about the deal with job fairs and far as them, are they really hiring and what they really there for. A few years back, I found this out. I always been knowing. I had a few friends say, man, you need to post it to Facebook and let people know about the job fairs. And this is what's going on. Um, I used to go to the job fair. And I never got hired through one of the jobs there or that I applied for. And so I posted one day on Facebook. I asked everybody, I said, how many of y'all actually been to a job fair and actually got hired from a job you guys applied for? And I had one person say they had got a job there. But what made me notice, what made me peep game was I had applied for AutoZone. And that week, it was a job fair a week later, but AutoZone was full. They wasn't hiring. They wasn't taking anybody, but they was at the job fair. So I'm like, well, damn, if y'all not hiring, why y'all at this job fair? And there was a few other places like Dealer's Warehouse and all that claimed they wasn't, accepting any applicants, and they was at the job fair. So what I did a little research, and I know y'all remember when Obama was in office, and he was telling employers that they get tax breaks if they hire people. They was getting these tax credits and tax breaks. And but we never knew the detail of how they get the tax breaks. The way we thought about if the job hire you, the employer, the company get a tax break. But this is what's going on. When you go to them job fairs, they have you do paperwork, fill out them applications. Just say, I won't put nobody on the bus, I'm gonna say AutoZone, for example. You notice they do a lot of job fairs over the summer before June. That's the that's when a lot of corporations do their taxes. They may have 4 quarters, or they do it, mid-year. Around June, uh, around June and May, and then you might catch them in August or whatever. But this is what they doing. Say AutoZone, they come in there and they get 50 people to apply for them. They get 50 people to do these applications, and they have, the job fairs. They got you filling out. We gonna call you. We do an interview right here on the spot, or we hire right here on the spot. Not saying job fairs don't hire, but from my experience and a lot of other folks' experience, they have never actually gotten a job from going to a job fair. And this is what they do. They got 50 applicants. They got 50 applications where they had at least allowed you to apply for their company. And that's when that Obama law come into effect, where he was giving employers tax credits and tax breaks for not hiring employees, not just hiring employees, but just interviewing you. So what these companies would do towards the end of their tax year, they would interview as many people as they could. So they'll throw these job fairs knowing damn well they're not gonna hire nobody. They get all these people to come in there to apply. And then they turn this paperwork in to get them tax breaks, y'all. That's why a lot of y'all don't get jobs at the job fairs, because it's all bullshit. And I'm not throwing everybody under the bus, but man, I'd have been to plenty of them. I ain't got not one job from going to a job fair. And and I'm just like, that's really fucked up. But a lot of people don't know that, and I hope y'all, let people know. And I'm not discouraging nobody not to go to a job fair. But from my experience and from people around, how the hell you a company that's not hiring, that's not absorbing any applications? Next thing I know, I see y'all at these job fairs and y'all throwing this big party. All it is a big tax break for all these companies. All these companies get together, rent out a auditorium or something, rent out a motel room. Hey, we hiring, and then you don't hear from them, then you steady calling them. But I'm like, if y'all so urgent in the hire, why the fuck y'all have this job fair? So that's the game when it comes to job fairs. And I'm gonna tell you experience with me that made me understand what was going on. I have a record You know, I'm have a felon on my record. I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, that's why you're not getting a job. Okay, true, could be, but I only apply for jobs that didn't require, you know, not to have a clean background. I'm not gonna go waste my time applying somewhere where they're not gonna hire felons. And the example is, I had got this list. People were sending out this list maybe last year where it had a list of all these jobs that hire felons. It was Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, all these Petco and all them people that was claiming that they hire folks, that they hire felons, you know, that shit was for tax credit and tax breaks. Because I'm gonna tell you, I had applied for Walmart, y'all. I went all the way in. I'm applying for jobs every day. I'm going in, I'm online. I applied for Walmart, and I probably got through 5 minutes of the application or whatever, on the computer or whatever. And then it got to a question where it asks you, are you a convicted felon or not, or have been convicted? I answered yes. After that, another screen popped up where I answered 2 more questions, and that was the end of the application. Okay, I started the application over from the beginning. I got to that same part. I answered no to the question, are you a convicted felon? And I had 15 minutes more of online application to complete. I said, it's some bullshit. So when I completed the application, and you know, you wait on the call, wait on the emails, I'm calling in, and I got a denial pack of why I didn't get hired, and it had my background in there and all the shit I did, you know, in the past or whatever, or why they couldn't hire me. But why are you guys on this list for hiring felons? It was all bullshit. I damn near said, if I knew enough, so that's damn near a lawsuit, because it was like 30 companies on this paper, and a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Like 30 companies that hire felons, you know, and they were so proud. But it all stems from that Obama tax break, tax credit, lowering the unemployment rate shit. I ain't gonna call it bullshit, but a lot of companies took advantage of that shit. They did it with signing up saying that they hire felons. They did it with calling in motherfuckers for interviews, knowing damn well they're not hiring anyone. They did it with just a number of things, man. Because I applied for so many jobs, but they was not exorbitant. And that's one story. I'm gonna tell you my other story is I applied with this temp agency, right? You know, the temp agency have you do a profile application. You go in there, you do this whole profile, and they got all your information, whether you're a convicted felon or not, you know, your job history. You already have it. And what they'll do is call you and be like, hey, we have a company that's hiring, you want to come in and apply for them. So I'm like, okay. I come in, this company, I can't think of the name of them. I come in, I apply for the job. These motherfuckers went as far as sending me to the warehouse, getting ready for orientation. I sit down, getting ready for orientation with like 20 other people, and I may be there 10 minutes, and then here they come with, I'm sorry, let me speak to you. You know, we don't hire criminal background records. We can't hire you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm so used to being denied over the years that I'm like I said, I wouldn't waste my time applying for a job that don't hire people with a criminal background. So that happened. This same company called me next week to go to another job, to come in and apply and finish applying for another job that don't hire, you know, felons or whatever. The same shit happened. I'm on my way to orientation. As soon as I come through the door, they pulled me to the side again. It was another warehouse position, order pulling. I forgot what warehouse it was, but they tell me the same shit. Your criminal background, it hasn't been 7 years or some shit like that. We got to be 10 years. I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all, listen, y'all, I let these people do me like 3 times, maybe 4. No, they got me 3 times with this shit. So it all clicked to me, and I'm like, I went online and looked at my profile that I had with the temp agency, and I'm like, I got in here that I'm a convicted felon. Why the fuck y'all steady calling me in? I'm having to drive all the way on the fucking other side of town, wasting money, wasting gas. I don't have a job. I'm trying to save money, but every time I come out here, I'm looking at the money I spend for the trip, the money I'm spending on food, because I'm thinking I'm finna get a job, so I'm spending, $10, $15 on one fucking meal. you know, thinking I'm gonna have something in 2 weeks or whatever, I'm good. And I'm like, they steady got me coming out here doing this same bullshit, but then y'all call me. If it wasn't the temp agency calling me, it was the company letting me know once I get to orientation that they don't hire felons. So when I think about that, it was more than 3 times they got me, because I know the temp agency called me a few times. Oh, I'm sorry, they don't hire felons at that place, so you're not gonna be able to start next week. Yeah, this shit happened to me a lot of times. But I'm thinking, I'm driving from one side of town really to a whole nother county, damn near, for this job. You know, for to the temp agency to do that specific application for the job they want me to come in for, but y'all have my profile already. So that last time they called me, they called me and told me to come in. These people hiring, whatever. And I asked them. I said, you know, I said, do they hire felons? They were like, oh no, I don't know if they do or know if they don't, but just come in. I'm like, listen, man, it take me over 24 minutes to get to you guys. I said, I've been over there so many times. I said, does it show in my profile that I'm convicted felon? Yes or no? She like, I don't know, let me look it up. I said, well, you don't have to look it up. It does. I said, you people have me come out there, I don't know how many times, to apply for these jobs that don't hire felons. Y'all wasting my time. Please don't call my phone no more. And when I did that, oh my God, her little feelings was hurt on the phone. She like, why would you say something like that? I said, y'all running game. I said, but what they was doing was the same shit I was just talking about. As long as they get a person in to apply for that job or even get you to orientation, they damn near consider you a hire. If you got orientation, you pretty much hired on. So what a lot of these companies was doing, and these temp agencies was going along with them, because they was getting tax credit for bringing you in and applying you to these jobs. This shit was all a game, man. They were wasting a lot of people's time that people thought they was going to work. And what they was doing was just getting people in to fill out that paperwork, sign that application, they turn that shit in, and after that, they done with you. They drop you off. I actually went to an orientation where, man, it's probably like 14 of us. And when I say fucking 90% of the room left, 90%, they only hired like 4 people. I'm like, how the hell y'all call 15 people to orientation, but y'all only hired like 4 people? They got us to sit there for them 3-4 hours, fed us cookies and orange juice and shit, just to give us a call the next day telling us we can't start next week because either your background or you don't have enough work history. And this is during the year of 2015, 16, 17, 18. And really since 16, I've been working a steady job, but during them years, I was on it. And I just want to let y'all know, man, ask these employers, are you guys really hiring? And don't be afraid to ask. Or y'all are y'all doing this just to get a tax break, or get a tax credit when it's time for you guys to pay in? And which is some real bullshit. And I got one more story, y'all. And then please don't think I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm not no dummy or nothing, but this how much willpower I had. I said I wasn't going to go back to hustling at all. So whenever a job presented itself, I did what I had to do to get there. I didn't want to hustle no more. I was done with it. It took me one time to go to prison. God damn it, that was it. So I bust my ass. It was one job at a shop, repair shop, and I've been working on cars for years. You know what I'm saying? I went to school for diesel mechanic. And it's a damn shame, even as a diesel mechanic and having a felon on your background, I couldn't get a job. Yeah, I got certificates. I'm a apprentice plumber, HVAC. I went to school for diesel technology, all this shit. But all these jobs had this old felon shit. I know a lot of guys be like, well, you should go work here, you can do it. Yes, you could get jobs, man, but I couldn't work. It's hard for me to work for somebody that's gonna bullshit me and play with my money. I want to do this shit right. I needed benefits, I want retirement, all that shit. So I want to just go work in no mom and pop's shop or anything, or work for no mom and pop's company. So anyway, man, this company, I didn't know what they was doing, but I figured it out. I thought I was hired. These guys had me come one day, sit there for about 2 hours, do a long rotation. The second day I come back, I met all the mechanics. This is where you're gonna be working at and all this shit, giving me what my pay gonna be. Like, this the owner. I'm dealing with the owner for this job. And I'm talking about, we spoke good, ate good, you know what I'm saying, Starbucks and everything. And, you know, I'm thinking I'm fucking in there. He's like, well, all the guys like you, so you're gonna be here, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. So, you know, a week went by. He said, well, be ready to start in a week. We'll call you with a start date. A week went by, I called. 2 weeks went by. I finally went up there, and the secretary, she told me, she was like, oh no, they didn't hire anybody, but we decided not to hire you. And the owner guy, like, he has a legit shop, like Firestone or some shit, I remember. They didn't hire me on. So I'm like, what's really going on? Why would you put me through all this just to tell me I'm not hired? I mean, if you don't like my personality, I understand. And I know that I'm not the only person this has been happening to. So what I did, this is what I did, y'all. This guy actually went so far to where I was an active employee at his auto repair shop. It was like 4 months after the fact that they told me I wasn't hired. I was still working at that shop, and how I figured that out, I went to Workforce Services and went through the WIA program to go get my CDLs. And through that program, you know, you got to do application, you got to apply for jobs and all this, and it's through unemployment. So when I went and did that, my last job was working for this shop. In the amount of time I had worked there, I had been working there damn near 4 or 5 months. This guy had me on as an active employee for them. You feel me? And not to fuck my shit up, I claimed and said, yes, that was my last job. But I couldn't give the woman my last. No, I said, yes, that was my last job. I'm quit there. Well, she said, so you're still active. I said, well, they probably haven't put in the system that I'm not working there anymore. So I called them and asked them why. I shouldn't have did. I should have went and got a lawyer and some shit, man. But I called them and like, hey, why you guys got me on as an employee there? You know, man, they avoided my calls and all kinds of crazy shit. I never went up there because I moved on and got my CDL, started driving. That's what I've been doing ever since. But now I'm not driving. But man, I just thought I'd share my stories with y'all, man. If this has happened to y'all, when y'all go to them work programs, man, I feel like it's companies out there that probably have you on as an employee for a week or two just to get a bigger tax break, or they just interviewing you guys just to get a tax break, period. Don't be fooled by the bullshit, man. See if them people really hiring. Don't have them waste your time, because there's a lot of people out here that have to catch buses, and it take a whole fucking day just to go apply for one job, to catch a bus, hop on a transit, get on the train, and to get back home. And the whole time they bullshitting you just to get a tax break. So be aware of this shit, man. Y'all take care of this. AK with Punch Out TV. Subscribe if you want to. I hope you do. I guess I do, but you know I'm new to this. But then again, you guys take care.